What's up, everybody? Jeff here with Out on That Line podcast with another singles video for you. And this week, My Morning Jacket is going to be the subject with their new song, Regularly Scheduled Programming. Now, My Morning Jacket came out with The Waterfall Part 2 last year, but that was kind of a odds and ends sort of an album, not really a true not a true release in the sense that the original Waterfall was. So this is kind of the first like real new music we've heard from My Morning Jacket in quite a while. And I gotta say, I really liked it. I think they're going to be back in a big way when they finally do come out with this new album. Jim James or Yim Yames, however you want to call him, is a very, very creative individual, and I think this song starts out pretty simple, a lot more simple than maybe some of those real like psychedelic freak out songs that we'd heard from them in years past, but it does get there eventually at the end. So you get a really good taste of the best of both worlds with it when it comes to Jim James and his songwriting with My Morning Jacket. They're a really incredible band. The rhythm section on this one does most of the heavy lifting until the very end of the song when it just kind of goes into this, intergalactic psychedelic rock and roll freak out, which is really enjoyable. But the whole song has this kind of just thumping, consistent bass line and drum beat, which allows Jim James to kind of get weird with his vocals, which is what he does anyway. But on this song in particular, it's a very simple message, a lot easier to unpack than most of his other songs have been. This one is, talks about screen time replacing life and love, and our veins being thick with prescriptions and pills, and just kind of looking at the world as it is today and understanding what kind of connections we've lost and where we may need to get back to in order to really fully appreciate the human existence. There's a lot of things that get in the way of us knowing who we are, knowing who each other are, and really making those connections, screen time, the internet, social media, just the ability to stay home and feel like you're still in touch with people. So, this real kind of like dissociation of the masses, has really kind of hit a critical pitch here. And, I think he addresses that in this song, keeps it very simple, but the message is really clear throughout. Musically, it's as good as anything else I've heard from My Morning Jacket. I'm really looking forward to this new album when it comes out. I would expect you're going to hear about it on our regular podcast episodes. So if you haven't listened to any of those, they are also here on YouTube along with all of our singles videos. You just search us just like you did to get here, hashtag Out on That Line. Make sure you hit that subscribe button below. And, eventually look for that My Morning Jacket album whenever it does come out on our regular podcast, which you can find on Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, wherever it is.